Hello there! Today I will be plein air painting this landscape using gouache. Today I will be using my urban plein air painting setup for this landscape painting. This setup is super lightweight. It's made of a tin box for color pencils. Inside I prepared this MDF with magnets which should hold the box in place. I have my view catcher, my brush and my painting panel, which is an illustration board. I will attach the illustration board using some blue tack, white tack in this case. My water container has a magnet on the bottom to attach it to the easel as well. Also, my painting container has several magnets so it can also be attached to the whole easel. I'm leaving links for these things on the description below so you can check them out. I started with a yellow ochre to define the value zones, taking into account that the foreground should be darker and the background should be lighter. It's a highly absorbent sponge. It's blue actually, the original color is blue. But it's now like green and gray. Okay, so more or less this area will be very dark because it's first plane. So now I'm going to try to build the sky with one of my blues that I prepare at home, mixing ultramarine and white and some cobalt. Oh yeah, a lot of white by the way. What I'm going to build is the bottom of the sky. Has to be a bit lighter. Has also a yellowish tone. You can actually see it. You see sky closer to the mountains, lighter and yellowish. As it goes higher up, it gets darker, bluish. So basically, I am building it with some just loose brush marks. Then I'll build the whole thing. Actually, the sky today is amazing. I really love sunny days. Mountains on the far end. Going to also use ultramarine with white, a bit darker, and I'm going to try to capture the shape here. Should be a bit lighter than that. They're far. Okay, there we go. The difference in color goes with how light travels. Different colors travel farther than others. Blue is the one that travels the farthest. Then we will come back with some purplish, some violet color. So I will just use a little bit of ultramarine and violet that I have here. As they get closer, they get warmer. So now we're introducing some other color that is not bluish, purple hues on it. Now as it comes closer, the purple turns a bit darker. That means we add a little bit more of red, or in this case I'm going to add a little bit of burnt sienna. Clean a little bit my brush. Also it has to be light because it's far. Get the color and the distance with the values. This is just to get the idea. Getting closer, we can see some greens. So I'm going to add some yellow to my colors, to my already mixed colors, okay? So I'm going to put first the tree and the mountain together in one value, although the tree is darker because it's closer, but for now I put them together to be able to construct the image. You see that purple and this green, they basically mix together in value. Wonderful. Everything is very liquid right now. It's very watered down wash just to put all the colors, and then we'll get juicier. Okay, so the lighter, also the saturation increases. I will not want to darken that house because I think that color that I have right now is the lightest. So I want to keep that for the house. But I want to add some very saturated green here for the foreground, for the first plane here, and then a little bit darker, mix it with the other green and the purple just to go here in the back. All this part is going to be the other green. All right, so everything for now it's very watered down. Okay, now I'm going to try to build the whole thing in a nicer way now. Here we construct the image now. I'm going to use a little bit of burnt sienna. The roof of the house over here. Angle is very open, very wide. So you see my green went over the house on my construction. I have to fix that. But I will first try to fix the other colors and build a bit more. Now the tree I wanted to put last, that's also dark. Let me build now the green that is on the foreground with lemon yellow and ultramarine blue. We also don't want it too light because the house is the lightest thing, although this green gets lots of light. Now we build the other green. I have an olive green in my palette, just when I want to capture things a bit faster, which I can use right now. I also want to use yellow, not lemon, just yellow, Capian yellow, to make this green a bit warmer because the sun is hitting it. There we go. So my focus is this area. So I'm going to construct a little bit more here. I'm going to make it warmer and darker. This is behind the house, forest. I don't know if you can see that there. Okay, there are some light patches because the sun obviously hits everywhere. So I'm going to put some light parts here and there. Now, what's going to be hard for me right now is to clear my brush with this dirty water to be able to put the light color for the house. But I think it's manageable. Okay. The side of the house is in the shadow, so that one I'll paint later. Now I have the house again because it was gone. Now there is a little hut here next to it, so I'm going to try to paint the tree trunk, which is here. Then it goes around, and there are some shadows. I'll paint now, and the little fence has some shadows too. Okay, if you see, the roof actually has a very bright color because the sun is hitting it right there. I'm going to lighten up my burnt sienna a bit with some yellow. This is a very small image, as you can see. Painting is a seal size, that's 2.5 by 3 inches, so it's a collectible size. I'm going to do the fence now. It's hard with this brush, but I think I can do it. There we go. Impressive. We managed to do it. Yay, go us. And there is a little roof here. Since it's such a small size, it's basically I'm using such a big brush just to capture the whole feeling of the thing. I don't want to worry too much about many details. Okay, the broken building must be Asian. Now I need this to dry a bit to be able to work on the next layers. Okay, so I have to change my brush to a smaller brush because the sun is changing a lot and I need to paint faster and not fight so much with the brush. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to capture the light right now that is hitting the house because I think sunset is coming and that's the reason why the colors are a bit more intense right now. We have this part very bright, very bright. Okay, please hold it there, has to be a warm yellow. It's the brightest part, and right now this green area is the brightest too because of the sunset, so I need to do that very quickly. Panic. Some of my colors are dry a bit because of the sun, obviously. Okay, fence, so I'm going to try to keep the fence shape. Going to add a bit more yellow, only this area, because right now I'm in the shadow and I'm freezing. You get cold in the shadow, obviously. I would like to add some of the trees to add the details, and also check out the tree on the top. Has all the greens there, are very intense because of proximity and because of the light that is getting. I'm just going to put all this together so it creates more contrast. You always, as a painter, you can play with what you see exactly. That's part of constructing the image. I want to add that orange door, pink there, which I'm going to use magenta, little cow there. Okay, that's a cow, my friends. It's a little dot. Jesus, that was supposed to be the leg. All right. Oh yeah. I think I can use that color, lighten up a bit the roof, because remember there was sand there. That is not there anymore. There was sand there. Remember, wash dries different than what the color you put, so darkers tend to dry lighter, and lighter tends to dry darker, and that's the struggle, my friends. Alright, and then some light. That thing is actually, I have no idea what material it is, but I can see it from here. So the brush I'm using, it's a Raphael number 6, just in case I'm always curious about the brushes. Okay, now the light has changed. Okay, a little bit of grass here, but it's blurry, so we're just going to assume it's there by putting some colors. Nothing very specific, just some blobs of color. Okay, my friend the cow moved already. This was the weird construction. It was there, ancient for sure, closer to us. There is more distance in them. And then these fences that they have here, actually they look like a complete mess. Fun. Now that will dry and you won't see it because wash. Oh, fantastic. Look at tiny little home of happiness. Actually, the guy has tons of things on the entrance. Or the woman. We don't know. I'm going to try to add them. Little fence has some nice colors. There are some blue, so I'm going to try to use a complementary to create some rhythm with the sky. Boom, boom, boom. Here, that's how we play with things. Okay, now I need to add darker one. Create shadows in them. Always playing with values, contrast, color. I like to sign my name with vermilion. I'm a fan of this color. Too much light on it. And I use a 00 Van Gogh brush that I cut, which is actually for acrylics, but I cut it so it fits my bag. Alright. Now I will take it out. Oh, this is a bit risky. There we go. A little memory to take home. What do you guys think? I think it's quite nice.